Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley. Hope you're doing well. First off, I got a new camera, so if it looks a little different, hopefully better, fingers crossed, then that's why. I'm still getting used to the settings and everything, so if it doesn't look the best right now, give me some time to figure it all out. But yeah, as you can see by the title of today's video, today we are watching The Lost Boys, 1987, directed by Joel Schumacher. I am ecstatic. I am always in the mood to watch The Lost Boys. I grew up watching The Lost Boys. It was always on in my household. I've seen it a million times, and I knew when I first started my channel that this was going to be one of the films that I was going to eventually cover. So I'm really excited to be watching it today with you guys on this channel. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have seen The Lost Boys by now and love it just as much as I do. I mean, how could you not? Just a warning, there's going to be a lot of quoting the movie and talking over the movie because there's just so many iconic lines in this film that it's going to be impossible for me to just sit here politely in silence and not say anything. So yeah, I don't even want to talk for too much longer. Let's just get into The Lost Boys. I love this opening so much. If you ever get a chance to see The Lost Boys on the big screen, do it. It's amazing. There's our boys. The style in this film is just incredible. Alex Winter's jacket in this, obsessed. Like, they all look amazing, but he's the standout to me.
Stay off the boardwalk. Okay, boys, let's go.
So this was originally supposed to be like a kid's vampire movie, I believe. And when Joel Schumacher read the script, he was like, not doing a kid's vampire film. But this would probably work better if we made them sexy teens instead. So he changed the ages of the characters, and it changed the whole mood of the film. And it was the best decision, honestly.
What's that smell? That's the ocean air.
It smells like someone died.
Aw, honey, I think they're really
Murder capital of the world. Oh my gosh. Love this opening song, Echo and the Bunnymen, People Are Strange. So, fun little fact about me I'm going to tell you guys, kind of embarrassing. So, growing up, we had the cassette tape for the Lost Boys soundtrack, and I must have been in like 4th grade, so like 9 or 10 years old. I would take the tape to school in like a little Walkman that we had, and I would force my friends and the rest of the kids in my class to listen to the soundtrack. That's how obsessed I was with this whole film and the 80s and the soundtrack. And so yeah, pretty embarrassing, but the soundtrack is great. And if anything, I was doing those kids a favor. So.
Dad?
Looks like he's dead.
No, he's just in deep sleep.
If he's dead, can we go back to Phoenix?
There's no TV. You see a TV? You know what it means when there's no TV?
No MTV. Rest in peace, Corey Haim. Tim Capello, iconic. And of course, Jamie Gertz as Star, beautiful. Like, I wanted to be her so bad. Just lurk around the boardwalk, looking mysterious, looking for my next kill.
Well done.
Oh my gosh, the shoulder pads, the video store. Obsessed. Just obsessed. So this is my favorite vampire movie. There's a couple others that I really like, but this one is way above the rest in my opinion. But came out in 1987, and so did Near Dark, another fabulous vampire film that I am going to cover very soon, I promise. But Near Dark also stars Joshua Miller, who is Jason Patric's real-life half-brother. I just find it interesting that I had never heard of Near Dark like until I was an adult. I just feel like, you know, they came out in the same year, and Lost Boys kind of overshadowed it a little bit, became a lot more popular than Near Dark did. You know, Lost Boys is more sexy, whereas Near Dark, while it does have a lot of sexy actors, I mean Lance Henriksen, Bill Paxton, the film isn't really about that. It's not about being sexy. Vampires are just a lot dirtier, a lot grungier, whereas Lost Boys is a little bit more polished, which is not a bad thing at all. Just, you know, an observation. Both incredible in their own unique ways, which is why I'm really excited to talk about Near Dark very soon. I'm not going to be comparing them too much, but it is going to be fun to explore two vampire gems from 1987. But yeah, I can't put any other vampire movie above Lost Boys. It's just... like, I grew up watching this with my sisters. We had it on all the time. We quote it all the time. But I just had to shout out Near Dark because that's also a classic in my book.
Got a problem, guys? Just scoping your civilian wardrobe. Pretty cool, huh?
For a fashion victim. The Frog Brothers. This scene is like a million times funnier when you find out that they were inspired by Rambo. Oh, this is my favorite song on the soundtrack, Beauty Has Her Way. It's so good.
Let's go. Star.
You know where Hudson's Bluff is overlooking the point? I can't beat your bike. You don't have to beat me, Michael. You just have to try and keep up. You've seen this a few times. I like to put this on and drive late at night and live my Lost Boys fantasy.
So check it out, Mikey.
I just don't think anyone could have played the character of David better than Kiefer. That mullet is powerful. And shout out to the rest of the guys as well. Billy Wirth, Brooke McCarter, Alex Winter. They're all amazing in their roles too. How's maggots? Maggots, Michael. You're eating maggots. How do they taste? So good.
Sorry about that. No hard feelings, huh? Why don't you try some noodles? Worms.
What do you mean they're worms? They're only noodles, Michael.
Drink some of this, Michael. Be one of us.
You drink someone's blood? Are you crazy? You know, Lost Boys is so good because it's just so undeniably charming. It's funny, it's scary, it's effective. It's perfect blend. And I think that's why it continues to resonate with people after so many years. Ah, the changes. I guess. Nanook was on that.
Mike, what happened? What about Nanook? What'd you do to my dog, you asshole? You creature of the night, Michael. Just like out of a comic book.
My own brother, a goddamn second vampire. Now you wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
I said you wait. Say it!
You know, 1987 was just such a good year. I think it's probably my favorite year for horror movies. I mean, just so many of my favorites came out that year. Lost Boys, Near Dark, Monster Squad, Hellraiser, Slumber Party Massacre 2, Evil Dead 2, Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I'm probably forgetting a lot, but it was such an incredible year. Like, I'm not sure, off the top of my head, I don't think any year beats that year for me. For horror, at least.
Looks like I wasn't the only one got lucky last night, huh?
Grandpa's iconic.
Santa Claus has become a haven for the undead.
Kill your brother. You'll feel better.
You're the man of the house, and I'm not coming in until you invite me.
You're invited.
Thanks very much.
Big mistake. Even the grandpa was like, oh no. But I mean, we all knew David wasn't going to be the head vampire, right? Too obvious.
Lucy, this looks terrific.
Well, I hope it tastes good.
This is probably the funniest scene in the movie for me. Them just trying to prove that Max is actually a vampire.
You want some Parmesan cheese on there?
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
Oh, it's not cheese. It's garlic.
They hate garlic, don't you?
No, I like garlic.
Garlic don't work, boys.
Here, quick, drink some water.
Gosh. Now what?
Let's be sure to break them off.
He's not glowing.
Michael! Over here.
This scene, we finally see them in full-on vamp form. This is the scariest scene of the film for me. We finally see what David and the boys are capable of. And it's really the only part of the film that gets like super gory. And I think we really only needed this one scene to be like super graphic in order for it to be effective. Like we didn't need the whole film to be this super gory vampire film with lots of blood and everything. Makes this scene just so much more effective.
Time to join the club.
The effects are so good. With Walk This Way playing in the background as they slaughter these guys. Amazing, amazing. Ooh. Iconic shot, iconic shot. There's actually a very similar shot in Near Dark.
And they all belong to the night.
I have to talk to you. Can I come up?
No!
Drinks someone's blood? Are you crazy? I'm definitely the Sam of this movie. Look at Grandpa already preparing. He knows what's coming. I mean, we all knew. Grandpa knew more than he was leading on. Vampire Hotel. Yeah, I'm Sam.
I thought they were supposed to be in coffins. That's what this cave is. It's one giant coffin.
This is so gnarly right here.
Good night, bloodsucker. No!
And of course, that wasn't just Kiefer's amazing acting, but the contact lenses were painful as hell, apparently. They were causing him to tear up, but they just decided to leave it because it looks incredible. Vampire guts are so glittery.
You know the rule about filling up the car with gas when you take it without asking?
No, Grandpa.
Well,
Now you do.
now you do. An icon. I love the whole preparation montage. It's not an 80s film without one.
No two bloodsuckers go out the same way.
Some explode, some implode, but all will try to take you with.
Shut when you think about it.
The POV shot of them is so good. Oh my gosh, and Billy Worth's death coming up here. My favorite death. It's so iconic.
You're next! No, you're next!
Garlic don't work, boys. Nanook coming in with the sidekick. This is it. This is my favorite death. Nothing tops this for me. You miss, sucker. Only once, pal. And the music turns on. So 80s. So perfect. And then this line, this iconic line to finish it up. Death by stereo. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Wow, that was so powerful.
So I know that there were a couple of sequels to this film. I've never seen them. Honestly, I was never interested in seeing them. But I know that they follow like the Frog Brothers, I believe, and that Corey Feldman was involved. I mean, no sequel could ever remotely come close to this. I don't know, have you guys seen any of the Lost Boys sequels, and are they worth watching, or am I judging too quickly? Am I judging a book by its cover? Because they don't look good. But let me know, because I haven't seen any of them. I will say, watching this does make me want to rewatch some of the films that the Coreys did together. I know they did quite a few together, like in the 80s and early 90s, but the ones for me were always Lost Boys, License to Drive, and Dream a Little Dream. Those were the three for me. It's been forever since I've seen License to Drive and Dream a Little Dream. Dream a Little Dream had Harry Dean Stanton in it. I really want to watch that one. Anyways.
It's a big deal. You destroyed the head vampire. It's all over.
Nothing's changed.
I love this reveal. Even though we all knew, like I said earlier, it's still an awesome reveal.
I'm sorry, Lucy. This is all my fault. David and my boys misbehaved.
You're the head vampire.
It was all going to be so perfect, Lucy. Just like one big happy family.
Great.
The blood-sucking Brady Bunch.
I still want you, Lucy.
I didn't invite you this time, Max. Jason Patrick did not want to put the vampire makeup on. He was like really upset about having to wear the vampire makeup, but I think he makes a cool vampire. Grandpa saving the day.
Dad? Dad, are you alright?
about living in Santa Carla, I never could summon you. All the damn vampires.
So was Grandpa a half vampire the whole time? Was that blood that he was drinking? Clearly he was fully aware of the fact that there were vampires in Santa Carla. So was he a vampire hunter? These are questions I've always had, but either way, fantastic ending. Fantastic film. Alright you guys, that was The Lost Boys. Don't mind this weird light on my face. Yeah. Best vampire movie for me, hands down. Like I said earlier, I love some other vampire flicks, but nothing has ever topped The Lost Boys for me personally. And honestly, I don't think anything ever will. Great effects, great characters, great fashion, great soundtrack, funny, scary, charming, a breeze to watch. Kept a lot of those same traditional vampire rules that the older classics had, but really made vampires more modern and sexy. Well, modern for that time. And honestly, The Lost Boys has inspired like arguably the majority of succeeding vampire flicks and TV shows. It's iconic, will never not be iconic, and I'm so glad that I got to cover it on my channel today. I had a blast. I hope you did too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.